Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, and welcome to this new video here on Ether.fi or Ethfi, whatever you want to call it. Wanted to make a video on this. It's a little bit late, but it's still very, very relevant. I mean, we've just yesterday we had another very strong high volume move right here for Ether.fi. It's been one of the strongest cryptos since the start of this rally. I still remember seeing it last week, Thursday, Friday at 70 cents after it already was up. A shocking 45%, but it continued rallying, right? I mean, like I said, it's been very strong. Multiple reasons. I mean, there's just in general quite a lot of strength around Ethereum staking related coins, except for Lido DAO. But if you take a look at Eigenlayer, for example, if you take a look at Renzo had some momentum in between as well, and Ether.fi too. Now with Ether.fi, one of the reasons why it, or two of the reasons why it rallied up higher, I think it's partially because this has received most of the social media support, right? I mean, Ether.fi has some major investors, such as Arthur Hayes, which has quite a lot of pull on social media. So then it definitely becomes easier to push up a coin. Can I find it, please? Yes, there we go. But outside of that, there's just some major names behind this, right? I mean, you can see it right here. You can see some of the investors behind it, some of the KOLs, but there's much more that are not specifically names right here, that have millions and millions of followers on X, for example, right? So that's perfect mix between a real fundamental narrative. I mean, for example, Aave, which is also ETH, is also still doing well in combination with the volume, probably a good market maker. And some pushing on social media is what created this rally, which at this point of time, I still think we can rally up higher, right? Because if you go to the higher time frames, fundamentally, we still have that bullish momentum, right? So that always helps. But then on the higher time frames, we also broke above one of the most crucial key levels, which is this level right here between 1.2 and 1.3. All right, you can see that was the main support level we held for the majority through 2024. That was also the main level we broke through the 2nd of February. Then we're talking specifically about 1.3. That was the first resistance level where we actually found some resistance with all the momentum of last week. And that's also the resistance level we broke and then retested before moving up higher. So ultimately, that's also the main level to keep an eye on. 1.3, 1.25, 1.2. As long as we hold that, we're bullish. All right, and then what you see with a lot of coins is that they're losing momentum as they go higher, right? So you start to see some major bearish divergences. And with Ether.fi, that is not really the case. You can see with this last move yesterday, the volume was as high as the major move we had on Sunday. The open interest is still rallying higher. The RSI is making lower highs, but that's also still incredibly high, right? So do I think we're close to some sort of a local top again? Yes, but I have to say, as long as we're holding 1.3, as long as we're holding 1.25, which is the main support level, which is down here, technically I have to stay bullish on Ether.fi. All right, and then I would say our main price target is this level right here at 1.75 and 1.8. Again, high time frame resistance level, as you can see right here, in confluence with the yearly rolling VWAP, which is incredibly strong. So what I would say is most likely now is, volatility, instability on the lower time frames, especially also with Bitcoin, quite volatile this morning. So that is what I do expect, but I still think it's most likely that we can still see one more move up higher before ultimately topping out. Although I must say, just to end this video, that I do think a top is closer than the bottom, which is not even a hot take, but just be careful longing this, even though I still do think, especially given the high time frame structure, that a long bias would be best. All right, but those are my thoughts. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.